this guy has almost changed the game. It's possible. His ability to set goals up. I just think he's not.
That's why I go forward, yeah.
And by the way, this is not a case. I think Carl Walker's an incredible player.
Hello, thank you for watching my channel today. My name's Sarah and my channel is called Your True Self. And as you can see, I'm in different surroundings today because I am currently on holiday near St Ives in Cornwall. So, which is very exciting. So we got here yesterday afternoon, it was quite late, and by the time we'd unpacked and got some food and everything, it was too late to do any filming. So we woke up here today and we're staying here for the next week. And I'm just going to, before we do any vlog footage from Cornwall, I'm just going to insert a very brief clip at the beginning because I went to Cardiff to watch the Speedway British Grand Prix, excuse me, on Saturday the 13th of August, and I was so happy to meet up with Sian and Bert from Past Story Time and Heather from Soggy Expat Book Nerd and her little girl Anwin. We all met up in Cardiff, we went for lunch together, had the loveliest time, although it was ridiculously hot. It was like 36 degrees, so we were all very hot and sweaty, but we still had a really lovely time. So I'm just going to insert a little clip of the footage that I took here.
Hold on. Sorry, it's really embarrassing.
So what books have you been reading?
So I thought I'd just start by telling you what I am reading. So I started this book on the way down here and I've nearly finished it already. This book is The Paper and Heart Society by Lucy Powrie, and this is a YA book. I got this at the library ages ago because Lucy has a YouTube channel called Lucy the Reader, which she hasn't posted on for quite a while, nearly a year, but her channel was really good. And so I was intrigued to see what she'd written. And I'm absolutely loving this book. It's like way exceeded my expectations. So this is about a girl called Tabitha, known as Tabby. She's experienced really bad bullying and she's still getting cyberbullied at the moment. And she's moved from Cheltenham to, can't remember, somewhere else in the country. And she's staying with her gran while all the house sale and everything goes through and her parents are packing up their old house. And she goes to the library to get out a copy of her favourite book, which is The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. And she finds a flyer inside saying, come and join our book club, which isn't at that point called The Paper and Heart Society. And she meets up with 4 other people. And for the first time in her life, she gets true friendships. And this book has just given me so much love. Like, literally, when I read it, it makes me feel so happy, so cosy. There's loads of good book chat in here. The friendships are really lovely. The characters feel real to me. And whilst I don't always get as much from teen books, this book was just like, is just so enjoyable. I'm flying through it. And it's the first in a trilogy. So I just really want to go and find a bookshop and buy all 3 because I'm loving it. The other book I've brought with me is the new Candice Carty-Williams book, which I left downstairs, so I can't hold it up yet because I reserved it from the library and it just came in. And so I brought that with me because I won't be able to renew it, as there'll be lots of other reservations on it. So that's the other book I brought with me. And then I just bought my Kindle because I thought it's easier than trying to cart lots of books around with me when I'm out and about. So anyway, so today we're going to St Michael's Mount, which is a, it's kind of like there's like a jetty or sort of a promontory. Thank you, Faye. There we go. This is the Candice Carty-Williams book, People Person. And then you go up this huge climb and then you get to St Michael's Mount, which is like a castle on the top and it's got like village gardens, really nice. So we're going there this afternoon. The weather has cooled down, thank goodness. It's only early 20s. It's a little bit drizzly, but I'd far prefer that personally to 35-36 degree heat, so it's much nicer now. So we're going to go and do that. I will take you with me and I'll also at some point do a house tour to show you the house. it would appear that I've forgotten my microphone and I've forgotten my wind cover, so I don't know if you'll be able to hear anything I'm saying, but I've just finished The Paper and Art Society by Lisa Powrie, and it's so good. I loved finishing it, I loved reading it. It's so uplifting, really lovely, talks about some really important topics like bullying, like I mentioned before, and friendship, and like first love, and so many bookish references. It was really, really good. Now at St Ives beach, which is absolutely gorgeous. I'll show you in a minute. I haven't brought any other books with me, bit of a schoolboy error, but there's a bookshop here which I'm going to go and have a look at in a little bit, and I've also got People Person at home to read. So yeah, I'm just going to enjoy the beach, go and have a look at the shops, and I will show you the beach. I found the most beautiful spot. It's just absolutely gorgeous. We're in a bay in St Ives. I'll turn my camera around and show you, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, this is a perfect spot to stay and read all day, but because of the kids, we obviously can't stay here all day. I forgot my microphone again, so sorry if the sound's not very good. But I've started reading People Person by Candice Carty-Williams. It's really different to what I'd expected. So it's based around like 5 half siblings. So there's Dimple, who's the main character, and then she's the middle child of a guy called Cyril, and he is he's a dad, and they don't know each other very well at all. And then one evening when Dimple's 30, she accidentally kills her boyfriend. So it's like manslaughter, it's not murder, and well, it's not even manslaughter, it's just an accident. But because she's scared of the police, she doesn't want to get the police involved because she thinks it'll just look like she's guilty. So she calls her siblings, and they all come around and decide what to do. And it's just completely different to what I was expecting. Like, I wasn't expecting like a murder, and I wasn't expecting like a cover-up of a crime and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know where it's going at the moment. Like, everyone says it's good, but it's completely different to Queenie, which is fine, but just kind of wasn't expecting it to be like that. And yeah, so I'm going to read a little bit more on the beach if I get the chance. I'm not quite sure what's wrong with me, because I just went back to the independent bookshop and I didn't buy anything again. Like, last time it was quite difficult to browse because I had the kids with me. This time I didn't. I went onto the beach and I was in there by myself for probably like 45 minutes. I didn't buy anything, but didn't have the biggest range of books. I was interested in buying Honey and Spice by Bully Babalola, but they didn't have that one. Yeah, so I think it's because I'm trying to be really choosy and just buy stuff that I really, really want to read, and I'm using the library more, and I'm not just kind of getting things as randomly as I was before, because I'm trying to get my TBR down. So I want to make sure that it's actually stuff that I really, really want to read, and I think that's part of the reason why I'm not buying hardly anything in bookshops at the moment. I nearly bought some Daphne du Maurier, but I didn't. So yeah, so I'll show you where I am so that you can have a look at how beautiful it is here, and then I'll do a bit of reading. morning. I haven't checked in for a few days, have I? I've been doing a lot of filming out and about, but I haven't actually sat down and spoken to you and given you any reading updates. So let's do that. So let's start with People Person by Candice Carty-Williams. So I've nearly finished this. This has 343 pages and I'm on page 241, so I've got 100 pages to go. It's really good, but I still not what I was expecting. So when I checked in last time, I think I said there was like a murder and that kind of thing. There was a bit of a twist after that, but I'm not going to say anything about the twist because I don't want you to have any spoilers in this review. So it changes course, but it's still a bit... I'm really enjoying it. Like when I start reading, it's so readable, and when I pick it up, I don't want to stop reading it. Like I want to just keep going. I want to stay up late and finish it, kind of thing. And I'm really enjoying the characters, like all of the siblings. When I first started the book, I wrote down the siblings' names, what order they were born in, who their mums were. But you don't really actually need to do that because they're very different characters, and it's not hard to keep a track of who's who. And so I'm enjoying the siblings, and they're really good characters. They're all really different to each other, and I'm enjoying, like, Dimple is just like a really fleshed out character and stuff. It's just that it's a little bit farcical. I can't really imagine this happening in real life, but maybe that's just, I don't know, maybe it's not supposed to be super believable. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and yeah, it's just great. Like I've read her first book, her novella, and then this, and they're all really, really good. So I'm going to try and finish that tonight, and then I'm listening to The Bassfock by Evie Wyld, which is available on BorrowBox. I had sort of been interested in The Bassfock for a while because there were so many people who were giving it like really good reviews when it came out. I just hadn't ever got round to getting it, and now I'm listening to it. So we have 3 different perspectives. The Audible is narrated by 3 different narrators, which is really helpful in distinguishing who's talking and everything. So we've got, a couple of 100 years ago, we've got a Scottish father and son who have rescued teenage girl who's thought to be a witch, and they've caused loads of trouble with the community by rescuing her because the community wants her burned. We've then got a lady called Ruth in the 1950s, early 1950s, who has married a chap who is quite posh, and he's got 2 boys by his first wife who died, and she's living in this big house in Scotland, and she's trying to sort of fit into the marriage, being a stepmom, and finding her place and things. And there's sort of a little bit of ghostly, gothic-y kind of happenings there. And then we've got a modern day character called Viv, who is sorting through her grandmother's house, and her grandmother is Ruth, so the lady who is the stepmom to the 2 boys, and sort of uncovering some stuff about the family and everything. And I'm really enjoying it. It's really good. It's quite sort of gothic and spooky, and they're all set in the same area, just over different time periods. I think that's really fascinating because, like, there's relatives that we remember, but then there's obviously relatives that, even though we remember them, we don't know their stories. And then if we go back a couple of 100 years, we probably really don't know our relatives' stories and stuff. So it's really interesting to, like, see how one event sort of leads to all the other events and stuff through time. So that's really good. Today we are going to a theme park, so that should be fun. We booked that a few days ago. It's pretty crappy weather. I'll show you out the window in a minute. It's not the best weather, but we have always had holidays where the weather's not been the best, and we've just sort of said, well, it's not going to stop us doing anything. We'll just put on rainwear and carry on. So that's what we're going to do. So yeah, I will show you out the window, out the garden, and then we'll head off for the day. Don't think you can actually tell that it's raining in this footage, but this is the garden. There's like a little courtyard there, and then the garden goes quite a long way back, but it's not really that usable at the back. It's just a washing line. But yeah, you can't see the rain, I don't think, but it is raining. It's our last day here today, which I'm really sad about because we've had the best time. We're back at the beach today, just decided to have a chill day after we had a busy day yesterday with lots of walking around and stuff. And I just finished People Person, which I think I'm going to give like 3.75 stars. Yeah, it was, if you were able to suspend your disbelief, it was a good book. And as I said before, I like the characters and the relationships between the characters and stuff. But there was quite a lot of stuff that you couldn't believe. There was a bit of stuff which was a bit impractical, like where people who didn't really work but they managed to live in London, and like a med student who never seemed to be at classes or anything, or placement. So stuff that was a bit unrealistic, but it was still really good and a compelling read overall. So now I've got to have a look at my Kindle and decide what to read next, but I haven't downloaded very many things, so I forgot to do that before I left, so I actually don't know what my options are, but I shall have a look.